everyone, my name is Zach Mueller. Yes, I am wearing a pink cardigan, and you're watching The Inside. I love that the clothes they give me to wear on the show are totally overpowered by the clothes I choose to wear on the show. Today we're going to jump right into the news, starting with David Copperfield's island. If you don't know, David Copperfield actually has his very own private island. The island is pretty big, it's 700 acres, and looks beautiful. As you can tell by these pictures, the island is really, really gorgeous. I mean, just look at it. Look how beautiful his chest hair is. The island has its own drive-in movie theater, a bunch of awesome houses, a couple hidden gardens and secret tunnels, and apparently a monkey sanctuary. The reason I'm talking about it is because Hemisphere's In-Flight magazine recently did an article on it. It really is the greatest article you could have in an in-flight magazine, because on your next business trip to Philadelphia, you can read about an island that you'll never be able to afford to go to. In all honesty though, it isn't actually that much to go to the island. It only costs $2,650 per person for a group of 24 to stay for a week, which really isn't that bad. I'm sorry, what's that? It's two zeros? Okay, apparently I forgot to put 2 zeros onto the end of that number, so it's not that much more. I mean, it's just, are you crazy? $265,000 per person per week? I'm not Rebecca Black. I don't have that kind of money. I'm sorry, guys. I really didn't mean to break out like that on camera. I didn't want you guys to see that. But David, if you're watching this, I would really like to go for free. I'm not paying that. Seriously, I would love it. I am begging. Okay, moving on. This past week it was officially announced that Kayla Morelli and Blake Vogt were hired by Chris Kenner to be the new members of the David Copperfield crew. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I know they're working on the creative team, and I can safely say that they are definitely the right guys for the job. I had a chance to jam with these guys over at MagicCon, and they are extremely inventive. Some of the stuff that Kayla and Blake have come up with are just completely ridiculous, to the point where I don't even know how your thought process would even begin to think up some of the things that they've created. They've just recently moved to Las Vegas, and while I'm sure they'll be very busy, I'm hoping to have them on the show sometime soon. They actually haven't agreed to do anything on The Insider anytime soon, but I feel like if I say it, it's official, and they'll be obligated to drive down. Speaking of Blake Vogt, we posted the first teaser to his new effect-free form in our media section last night. It's a very cool new TNR, and I can't give away too much on the effect, but you can definitely look forward to it. Again, I can't reveal too much about the effect, but about 6 months ago, I was Skype jamming with Chris Mayhew, who is undoubtedly the most huggable magician in the world. He added Blake to the video chat, who showed me Reform and a bunch of other extremely creative ideas that I had never seen before, and I was completely fooled. Well, not completely. I mean, there was some stuff that I was able to figure out. I mean, I'm a pretty good magician, but it was pretty good. By the time this video is up, the CCC 2011 has reached its deadline. I hope you got your video in on time. I've seen some really great submissions, and the winners will be announced this Monday at 11 p.m. EST. I could have just said Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why I used an acronym, BRB. LOL, OMG, forever alone. Last thing I wanted to mention is the Simpsons episode of The Insider, which premiered last Sunday. You can watch it on Hulu right now. It's a really great episode which features Ricky Jay, Penn and Teller, and David Copperfield, as well as a character named Greg Devil, who looks really familiar. I can't seem to put my finger on where I've seen someone like that before. Oh, sarcasm, highest form of comedy. And now it is time for the answers to last week's question of the day. I asked you all if you could go to Disneyland with any theory11 artist, who would it be and why, and here are your responses. I would choose Zach because he can't sway when he's strapped in. That's harmful and offensive. It hurt my feelings severely, and you spelled my name wrong, so I have nothing more to say to you. Congratulations on being a meanie. I thought these videos were supposed to be under 2 minutes long. Well, guess what? This video is only... Okay, yeah, you might be right. I'd take Rebecca Black. Okay, firstly, Rebecca Black isn't even a theory11 artist, so that doesn't make sense. And secondly, she'd take too long choosing between the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up, which seat can I take? This last one was my favorite because you guys actually flagged it as spam, which I commend you on, because the person wrote Zach caught beaver fever. Thank you guys for flagging that as spam. That is spam. I do not have beaver fever. I just have a really problem picking between girls because this past week I've been playing with the new titanium and red stinger decks, which are pretty darn awesome. So this week's question of the day is, what is your theory11 deck and why? Leave your comment down below and I will read it next week if it's funny. If it's not funny, then I'm not gonna read it. Once again, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next Friday. It's Friday, getting down on Friday.